Do you want to just have just the movement? Just that? Let's do that.
Do what?
Just lead us in.
I didn't do anything. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob. Tommy Jacob's mixtape. So, did you have an existential crisis during this movie?
I didn't like it, and then I really liked it.
No, wait, you liked it, and then you didn't like it, and then you liked it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that beginning intro is dope as fuck.
Yeah, the intro's cool. And then I really didn't like it. I felt it kind of pretentious in a lot of ways. But then we got into the actual human element of it, and I went, okay. Wasn't a huge fan of the ending, but we can get into that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, I mean, that was a quick thing. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back to TJ's Mixtape. I'm T. That's Jay. We are a movie review podcast. We talk about movies, who's in them, who made them, all that kind of stuff. But before we do all that, we always play a game at the top of the episode. The game is connecting actors via co-stars and other films they were in. We kind of messed it up last week, but
We dropped the ball and both forgot to do it. But it happens.
Yes, but the connection was the most current connection is Jack Black to Kristen Bell.
Well, you're dropping stuff.
I sure am. So my connection was Jack Black is a Cable Guy with Matthew Broderick, who was in Godzilla with Jean Reno, the French guy from Professional.
Yes.
How do you say his name again?
I need to look at it. It might be Reno.
Jean Reno, who's in Couples Retreat with Kristen Bell.
Oh, really? Okay.
He has like a little bit part in there.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't seem like a movie he'd be starring unless he's like the weird comedic villain of some kind of thing.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
To the couples.
That's fair. Yeah. All right. Well, mine is Jack Black is in the new Anaconda with Paul Rudd, who's in Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Kristen Bell.
I forgot that Paul Rudd was in that.
Yeah. He's the surf instructor.
Like, Paul Rudd's not in that movie. Yeah.
He's him, Jonah Hill, and a couple other people have very small roles about like just being as like workers in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, Mila Kunis's coworkers.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah. No, like struggling to like just looked up. I was like, all right, Jack Black movies, and I saw Paul Rudd, Anaconda. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Just came out, and we went and saw that.
Yeah.
And I was like, Paul, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. God damn it, this is so easy.
So yeah, at the end of this episode, we will randomly generate 2 more people from Connect the Stars and .xyz, and then you can play along if you want to.
Also, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is one of the movies that I watch every couple of years. I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah. All right, so welcome to the Existentialism. This is the Existentialism podcast with us.
So this is Tommy and Jacob's Mixtape, the Throughline series. So from each movie, we alternate in picking the next film based off of
something from the previous film.
So what was your connection?
I decided to choose writer and director from our last week's Columbus, who is Kogonada, and Kogonada wrote or directed and adapted, I should say, this. After Yang. After Yang, this came out in 2021. It was released at cons on July 8th, and then it had a theater and streaming release on March 4th, 2021. That doesn't make sense. Did I write down the right stuff? Wrong stuff?
March 22nd, 2022?
2022.
Yeah. It had a U.S. wide release in 2022.
Okay, I just wrote down the wrong year. I was like, that can't be right. But yeah, and yeah, it didn't really budge. It didn't have a huge box office because it was more of just like a film festival thing. That seems to be the go-to for Kogonada right now.
Kind of more of an indie.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to future stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Like I really like what he does. I like he's like the introspective Wes Anderson. Does that make sense?
It does, but I don't feel like he's stylized enough for that entire. I feel like you could find a better comparison.
Why I'm saying that is because they both utilize flat shots in very different ways.
Okay.
And you can see it in last week's Columbus and in this one, where it's a very flat shot. While Wes Anderson creates symmetry with everything and bright colors for it to create this like weird whimsical world of like whatever.
What Anderson?
Yeah, what Kogonada does is he creates this flat frame with a lot of emptiness and asymmetry and negative space that says a lot more about the character's internal conflict as well. So, and I'm seeing, that's why I'm saying he's kind of like did I say antithesis or the opposite, kind of like Wes Anderson type thing. It's like a very similar use of technique, just done in very different styles.
Yeah.
Is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, so yes. For those that don't know, after Wang, a family deals with the grief of a malfunctioning humanoid AI assistant.
That's what really pulled me into this. Is like, especially with how AI is looking at today. And I was like curious about a world where AI has been embraced and utilized in a very positive way, and how it affects humans, like how like human connection, losing their AI, what it would do. And not so much in a sense of like Her. What?
Oh, the movie Her.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was like Her, who?
The Who?
Who, her?
Who? The Who. Yeah. So that's what really like drew me towards it. Because it is very unique. And it is based off a short story by Alexander Weinstein, who I don't know if he has any relations with Weinstein Company or anything, you know.
Yeah, written in 2016 called Saying Goodbye to Yang.
Yes, actually it was released in the short stories book Children of the New World.
Okay,
in 2016.
I was trying to find where
the short story was actually was written in 2010. But never published anywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, and Children of the New World, it's a collection of short stories. That's all Alexander Weinstein has written, is a collections of short stories in general that have been published in places, and then like 2 nonfiction, which seem to be kind of more like dissertations on like thought and whatnot.
Yeah, Towards a Moral Fiction and Reincarnations of Spacemen.
Reincarnations of Spacemen sounds interesting. Yeah. I love me my weird nonfiction essays.
Yeah, and he was featured in 100 Notable Books of 2016 in the New York Times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And in this story, when I looked at Children of the New World, this is the first short story in that book, which makes sense. I feel like a lot of authors, when they do their collections of short stories, their first short story is kind of like the cream of the crop type thing, the one that everyone's going to want to. It's either the most accessible or the most impacting, like Chuck Palahniuk and Haunted. The first short story in that is Guts, and Guts is super crazy. You know, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, maybe because I like Clive Barker's Book of Blood, or Books of Blood, or Book of whatever. That first short story is really intense, but that one is interesting because it's creating the book of blood that you're now reading, you know?
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it kind of does.
But as standalone, it's awesome, but it also sets up
opens this world of, in that case, horror and eldritch.
It's interesting. He's like, your first, like, I was really thinking about it, and I'm not a public publisher or anybody or an actual like novelist, but I would argue that if you are writing a collection of short stories, your first short story should be possibly the best in all of it to grab the reader to make them want to read the rest.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Let's do we have anything else to talk about with Kogonada or Alexander Weinstein? No. Yeah, let's all right.
So we also just talked about
I guess we also just talked about if we enjoyed it and whatnot a little bit. So
yeah.
All right, so starring is Colin Farrell, who I think he might be one of our leading most reviewed actors.
He's up there.
We've done now this.
Total Recall.
I forgot about that. The Lobster. Annie Sheeran.
Oh,
The Banshees of Inisherin.
7 Psychopaths.
7 Psychopaths.
Is that everything?
I think that might be it.
I'm just looking real quick. Yeah, I think that's. Oh, we've been wanting to do The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Oh, no.
No?
No,
Were you thinking about showing that to somebody?
being the through line.
Oh,
That's another 824, and I don't want to.
that's fair. That's fair. Keep the through line that you have right now.
Okay.
Yeah. That I don't know about. I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't know
He's
why.
in Scrubs. Oh yeah, he's Billy. I forgot about that.
Who is he in Scrubs?
He's in one episode. He's like this hot guy that JD and like Turk start
Is he
becoming friends with. He's a patient.
Yeah, he is a patient. Okay. Oh yeah, it's
then
kind of
he's
like
kind of
later season.
But then he's kind of a mess, and they're like,
Yeah.
actually, we don't want to be like you.
Yeah. It's like the inverse of when Ryan Reynolds is on there.
Ryan Reynolds is in Scrubs.
Yeah, he's like an old college friend of theirs, and they all want to be cool and hang out with him, but then they end up like drinking while they're on call, and they get called in. Dr. Cox sends them out. He's like, "I can smell the beer on you, fucking idiots!" And Ryan Reynolds, and then they blame Ryan Reynolds, and he's like, "Whoa! I didn't tell you guys to come join me. You made that choice.
Yeah.
You can't put that on me." This is like season 2.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Colin Farrell's Colin Farrell.
Yeah. He plays Jake.
We named some of his movies. 5 of which we reviewed, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. Because I think like him and Rachel V's are our top 2 that we've reviewed the most. Yeah. Then I got Jodie Is it Turner Smith? I think I've got an R.
Turner, yeah.
Turner Smith, who plays Kyra. Interestingly, I just wanted to point out she's also in The Acolyte, which Kogonada did a directed episode or 2 of. And most recently, she's in Tron Ares, which is now available to stream if you ever wanted to watch it. What are you looking at? What you doing?
Oh, and she was in White Noise.
I don't remember White Noise.
Okay.
Was that are you talking about the Michael Keaton one?
No. The one we reviewed. What's his name? Moore.
Adam Driver.
Moore.
Oh, White Noise.
Yeah, she's in White Noise.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that movie was.
What Michael Keaton movie am I thinking of? Is there
White
one?
Noise.
Yeah, okay.
That's like a ghost.
Yeah.
Movie. It's like
Sound Ghosts.
Michael Keaton Sound Ghosts, and then what's the other one? Mirrors. Kiefer Sutherland Mirror Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
They're like super like in vibe and everything.
And then you got The Eye
with Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Those are all really.
Yeah.
They feel like they're all in the same universe.
For real. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same demons.
That'd actually be fun to do that. Like a block of those 3. Like, man, ghosts are everywhere.
All right, and then I got Justin H. Min, who plays our Yang, who I didn't recognize at all, and it was about to be like meh, and then he's been in Umbrella Academy.
I recognized it.
I was like, oh,
well, I was like,
shit.
he's so sweet in this, and I was watching him, and I was like, I remember you being a dick in something, but I couldn't remember what.
He didn't look. He looked a lot more slender in this.
Oh, he's tiny. Well, this is like his first movie.
Yeah, but I mean, Umbrella Academy started in 2016, 2017.
Did it?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. 2017.
2019.
It started in 2019?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that started in 2019.
But I mean, even still, he didn't look that small. And I mean, I know, mind you, in the first season, Umbrella Academy, he's not in it a lot, and he's wearing layers.
Yeah, I was like, he's always wearing like a jacket and stuff. But I think we're focused. Anyways, that's focusing on a really weird thing about this guy. Moving on, Justin H. Man, yes, you might recognize him as Ben, the ghost brother.
Yes. The one that died. And then is resurrected, and then becomes the leader.
He's in Beef.
I don't remember him in Beef. I really only remember,
I don't remember much of Beef.
Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong in Beef, though. That's really all I remember is their beef.
And who else do you want to bring up?
I mean, I want to bring up Malia Emma Chandra Ijaja. Just, give her a shout out. Micah. She's a young star on the rise. She was in an episode of, some episodes of iCarly. I saw the reboot. Just we'll see where her career goes if she does more. She's a wonderful singer for how young she is in this.
Yeah.
So we'll see where her career goes. And then we got Haley Lou Richardson that we said from last week is also in this. Sarita Chowdhury, who's...
What a fascinating looking woman.
Sarita?
Yeah.
She's in Fallout. Yeah.
I was going to bring her up just for that because that's like her most a big thing that she's done recently. But God, she is just... Malboja? No, wait, who's Malboja?
Maldove?
Wait, who's Malboja?
Who's Malboja?
Malboja. That's a villain in something.
I don't know, man.
Malboja. Anyways. Yeah, no, but God, I love looking at her.
Gosh, she's so pretty.
Yeah, but she's like really intense too. Mm-hmm. She has these features of just being real. Oh God, I just love her.
Yeah.
I put down Richie Coaster just because
What was it that you recognized him from?
Happy.
That's right.
It's like I think it was a sci-fi original with.
It's that network, Sci-Fi USA.
Yeah, what's his name? That actor, Stabler.
Oh, I don't remember his name. Christopher
Nolan. Maloney.
Yeah,
Christopher Maloney. Yeah, Christopher Maloney plays an alcoholic cop in New York. Stretch. But he becomes friends with... Okay, I like bringing up the show because a lot of people don't know about it. Maybe
it's a great show.
It's a great show. It's fucking Looney Tunes level of out there.
It really is.
But he's an alcoholic cop whose daughter gets kidnapped, and then her imaginary friend,
which is a flying unicorn,
voiced by Patton Oswalt, then helps him solve the mystery of who kidnapped his daughter.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It is Looney Tunes level insane. It's crazy violent. It's awesome. It's 2 seasons and it's done.
Yeah.
It's all packed up. If you get a chance to watch it, watch it. It's wild.
It's really weird.
It's really weird. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
I did put Clifton Calling Jr. just because I recognized him from the sequel of Boondock Saints.
Oh, yeah. He's the new... he was the... what's his name? Rocco replacement.
The Rocco replacement, where he's introduced as like this badass and then becomes just a joke the rest of the movie. Yeah. And he's in a couple of things too, but that's all. I will always remember him for that role and how much that role upset me.
That movie just was upsetting.
It was a very bad movie, yeah. All right. But yeah, so let's get into reviews and all that stuff.
He's actually got a really...
And a lot of stuff, yeah.
He's a great career.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, just looking at his stuff. Man, he has a lot of great... Oh, yeah, Westworld. I remember that. Man, he's...
I only watched the first 3 episodes of Westworld, I want to say.
He's good. He's in Freddy's Nightmares. There's a TV series with Freddy? Freddy's Nightmares? Is that like an anthology thing?
Oh, yeah. Is it from the early 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like what they did with Friday the 13th as well.
They did with Friday the 13th too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, man. They were just trying to milk every penny out
Oh,
of
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so reviews.
All right, so this has got a 6.6 on IMDb, which I am surprised for it being that low on IMDb, honestly.
I'm not.
For IMDb, yeah, I am.
Well, just users.
And then, well, here's the thing. So, like, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got an 89% tomato meter, which I was like, that makes sense. And a 68% popcorn, which that made sense. Which I always feel like IMDb is generally like an average of those two, a marry of them. So I thought it was interesting for it to be a 6.6 because Columbus is a 7.2.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like this movie in theme and for me, I feel like it'd be around the same.
You have to, but the thing is that because
not half a point lower.
You have to put a couple of different filters on that, I think. One, because of when Columbus came out, and it's 2017. And it is a coming-of-age drama. It's very approachable. And then you have this in 2021 about AI and robots. And
I think this is a much more approachable now than it was maybe back in 2021.
And I think in 2021 it was a tired thing. And I still feel tired about the AI, what it makes a human thing. Not saying that it's a bad place to start, but even like Ex Machina. Yeah. I'm just tired of this conversation in my media, which is, I feel, almost comes off as like an ignorant thing to say.
I mean, I think a better example would be more like the iRobot. Like Ex Machina has too many themes of like God, a man becoming God, man creating the machine. This is literally just looking at what makes what makes
I get that. I'm tired of robot shit, kind of humanoid robots and feelings, and I don't know.
Well, you better apologize to all the robots in the room right now because they have feelings, apparently. I'm talking about our computers. I like how you looked around like, what? Like,
what robot?
The one staring right at you.
But yeah, I just think that makes sense to me because I just think that Columbus is more approachable because also
it is more approachable,
the coming
yes.
of age aspect to it. And almost like kind of like this isn't the phrase I'm looking for, but this one like a man at a time. You know, like this our main character feeling like he's trapped in the wrong spot at the wrong time because of his situation with his father.
You're talking about Columbus now.
Yeah, like a lot of people can. It's the parent element. So on Metacritic, this has a 78, which comes to generally favorable, with 35 positive, 8 mixed, and 1 negative. I wrote down a few. So let's go with first at the top with 100, short, sweet. 100 at Observer by Emily Zimmer. After Yang is a beautiful film, both in how it looks and how, and in what it invokes.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
Short simple. Going down, and there's like a lot of positives. I had read a lot of these, and I was like, okay, we got it. Let's get down to the mix, because I feel like the mix are usually more interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
So with a 60 by
conflicting feelings, of course.
Yeah. So Windy ID gave it a 60 at the Observer UK. I'm not convinced that the picture carries quite the philosophical weight that it thinks it does. Still, it is an undeniably gorgeous place to lose yourself for a while.
That's interesting, because I think the complete opposite of both those statements.
What?
I think it really does know what it's asking and presenting to the audience, but I don't think it's that captivating of a world to get lost in. I think the movie itself is too slow and too dark for you to found myself checking out so much, but I was so I really liked the themes that were being presented to me, how they were being presented to me more so.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
With a 50 by Pat Brown at Slant Magazine, Kogonada's film doesn't trust us to recognize the legitimacy of the other's being without filtering it solely through the lens of the ruling class.
Say that again?
Kogonada's film doesn't trust us to recognize the legitimacy of the other's being without filtering it solely through the lenses of a ruling class.
I have no idea what they're trying to say.
I did. That's why I brought it up, because I was trying to have help with that.
Okay, let's break this down together.
So, doesn't trust us to recognize the legitimacy of the other's being without filtering
The
it.
other's being.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What is he? Who's he saying? Who is the other's being?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I just thought it was an interesting,
that's the key that we need to figure out.
Well, no, I thought the key was the ruling class bit.
Well, I mean, that's the next part of it. But the other's being, is it talking about like others, like other than humans, like the being of this techno human, or what do they call it, techno sapien? I really like that term also.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just assume that the other's being is the techno sapien's existence. Are you looking up the full article?
Yeah, it didn't open before, but now it is.
Okay.
No, you keep talking while
I mean, I need more of this. I need more of this statement to unpack.
So I'm just gonna read the whole paragraph. It's actually the
Is it
last
just a paragraph?
No, it's a full thing.
Okay.
But the last paragraph, the synopsis of it,
okay.
the end of it. A man who seems to believe without significant...
Can you slow down, please?
Sorry. A man who seems to believe without significant cognitive dissonance that Yang is both a family member and a thing he owns comes off as more absurdly, obliviously inhuman than Kogonada acknowledges, especially in the film's second half, which sticks to the codes of conventional melodrama. Jake learns his lesson, but he's still very much the center of this story. And this way, after Yang feels regressive in comparison to Blade Runner and Bicentennial Man, which, however whitewashed they are, trust us to recognize the legitimacy of the other's being without filtering it solely through the here literal lenses of the ruling class.
Okay, so he's talking about the big thing of because in the short story, it's a white couple, not a white man and a black woman.
Yeah.
That's
a key thing as well that we should probably, if the audience hasn't seen it, the importance of a big part of this is that it is a white man, black couple who have adopted a Chinese daughter,
mm-hmm.
who have now bought a robot assistant who is quote unquote Chinese to help teach her of her Chinese heritage.
Yes.
That's a big motif in this.
And so that's kind of what he's talking about in this. Is he's looking at it in the, like, I guess I don't know if this is the right term, but the ethnocentric way of it,
mm-hmm.
of how it's essentially this privileged couple who adopt this Chinese girl who their lifestyle seems to be very Eastern inspired. And so,
well, the whole world seems to be very,
I guess so. Yeah. That's, well, this is whatever area they're in. Yes.
Yeah.
Like which isn't discerned, like where they're living at all.
Some future utopian city thing.
Yeah. I don't know if utopia is the right word.
Yeah. That's not the right word.
But there's definitely this idea of, well, they want her to understand her Chinese heritage, as opposed to them learning it themselves.
And then,
the privileged way. They're like, we can just hire or buy this AI to
do it for us.
Yeah. And that's what that review is saying, which was a thought that crossed my mind in this. And I don't know if that's more, that's inherently in there, but it doesn't seem like that's what Kogonada's focus is. And I don't know if that's what Alexander Weinstein's focus in the short story really is, or if it's even really that important of a theme to focus in on. But it feels like Kogonada would want some of that. But he brings up the importance of of one's personal heritage.
Yeah. Well, it's also interesting because I was thinking, it's funny, Blade Runner obviously came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the comparison with Bicentennial Man too,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, what's nice about this movie is that it is sad, but it is very quiet and it is very introspective in what the sadness means and what it awakens in Jake, as opposed to Blade Runner, which is just
all replicants.
Well, it talks about this, like what is it to be alive and just the theme, but it's mean, it's violent, it's it's very aggressive in its teachings, and then Bicentennial Man is just really sad. Yeah. Like overtly sad.
And it's more retrospective.
Yeah, kind of like what is that movie? Like AI with Spielberg, Excuse me. But this is like right in the middle, and I was trying to think of the other example, and I was like, AI doesn't really work because that becomes more of like a Pinocchio journey, and it's different because also you're going through the lens of a child, not grown adults.
In an AI way? Wait, I'm sorry.
In the movie AI.
Oh yeah, and I've never seen that. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, that movie becomes very Pinocchio.
Fair, yeah.
And
that's with Jude Law, right?
Yeah, and he's like a sex robot.
Oh, interesting. And Haley Joel Osment is the
Pinocchio character. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like that movie does kind of talk about this in the beginning, but then it becomes this adventure about him becoming a real boy.
Yeah.
But that was like, so like Blade Runner and Bicentennial Man are like two ends of the spectrum, and After Yang kind of meets right in the middle.
Yeah, I can see that.
The commentary trying to be said. So I just thought that was interesting because even then it's like with the ruling class thing. At first I was thinking of the upper class. No. I realized they're talking about the ruling class because there's the humans. It kind of seems like it goes humans, clones, and then what are they called?
Technosapiens.
Fucking sick.
Right?
It's sick.
Technosapiens. I need that in my vernacular constantly.
That needs to come around.
I'm gonna start calling people technosapiens. They're pissing me off.
But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's actually because I was like, they're not. Through conversation, they are struggling with money and trying to make things work and everything. So if anything, I would say I feel like upper middle class, maybe. But yeah, I mean that's an interesting thing. Is like now I wonder if maybe that was also in the book, in the short story, or if they made that, if Kogonada made that a decision, so then it was to take away. I don't know. That's a very interesting review, and that brings up a lot. As a good review should do sometimes, brings up a lot of discussion. I mean, I think inherently it shouldn't be like, this is great.
Yeah, of course, but bringing up like the deep inherent stuff, because like we get like on face value, this is much more of like an AI and what makes a soul type of idea. Yeah. Versus which also in your heritage, your ethnicity, your past, is a really big part of your person. I mean,
I could see the argument of this movie is making Yang worth something to Jake.
Yeah, which that's an interesting way to take at it, but
yeah, I could see someone being like, I don't like it because of that reason.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, once I realized he had feelings, then I gave a shit about him. And you're like,
yeah, because that's an interesting thing is like that I was having a hard time dissecting with this movie is that this movie is so much more about Yang, but we're watching it through Jake's like journey through Yang. But so then it's like, well, if he's our main character, what are we getting out of Jake, and what is he learning?
Yeah,
well, we have a lot more. We can discuss a lot. Do you have any more reviews that you want to do before we?
Yeah, just the one negative with a 25 at the San Francisco Chronicle by G. Allen Johnson. With After Yang, the distinctive filmmaker Kogonada has made a movie that is at once ambitious yet timid, asking big questions but providing no answers, not even clues. It is a thought experiment, but a thought that meanders.
Yeah. Because there is no like full on satisfying like catharsis in a way or conclusion, really.
Well, there is. I think when she says bye to him.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you look up what
What she was
what the
saying?
Mandarin?
Yeah.
I got it. I have it saved right here actually.
That's what we were trying to
Yes.
get to at the whole.
Brother, I want to thank you. Be the best brother in the world. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said I hate you.
Which I didn't.
I
remember
miss
her
you,
saying
brother. I think it's in a random memory somewhere.
that. Okay, I don't remember her saying that.
And it could just be she did. I mean, she's a little sister type thing, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's
you know, and she might have yelled it at him while he was dying. After being dead, it's like I hate you for not moving, you know. Yeah. Also, I looked up Gaga, his big brother in Mandarin.
Yeah, I assumed that.
And then he's calling the other in his back memory, Didi, which is little brother.
Right. Yeah.
And I think he also uses little sister on term for her. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Funny.
So yeah, one of the big thing that I wrote down is the movie is more of a contemplation of existence rather than a character's journey through Jake. But Jake's arc is finding out what Yang's memories unlock and what he does with that. Because it almost kind of turns into like an investigative movie of like how he's trying to find the blonde girl in the memory, Haley Lou Richardson's character.
That's where it kind of started reminding me of Blade Runner a little bit.
Mm-hmm, right? Yeah. I can see that.
The self-driving car and the retrospective, like thinking about the case.
The way that they presented like using like the glasses as like a navigation through memory was really cool. And
I like there's just a pair of sunglasses.
Right. Like there's a lot of really cool things in this. Okay, so really quick. You said you were bought in, then you didn't like it, and then you did like it. Can you break down the moments that it brought you in, brought you out, and brought you in?
I don't know how saying this will come across, but that whole that Eastern influenced culture thing in sci-fi movie thing is just kind of old to me, to be honest.
It's fair. I mean, you get the existence of it though, right?
Yeah. I get the existence of it, but it's like, I feel like I can name more future movies with that inspiration than you know what I mean?
I have a really quick question with you about
Blade
this,
Runner,
actually.
Demolition Man.
Do you think right now, because that the clothing style and a lot of Eastern Asian
motif
culture,
the tea
is becoming a big thing, like more westernized, as we know it now.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of ads for these really comfortable pants that I'm about to buy that are very Eastern inspired.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it's now happening because the media has told us
that it's going to
happen?
So we're just like,
versus the Eastern culture actually, because also a big thing of like when a culture, they're the more like top of the capitalist chain, their world becomes a little bit more like centric throughout the world.
Well, I guess,
do you think it's an influence of that versus an influence of science fiction telling us?
I don't know, because if you look at it from a historical standpoint, if this is the case, originally it was the West going into the East and changing, with the Industrial Revolution and the influence that was being sent over there, and just also as a culture too, a lot of the higher powers that be were absorbing those things for the technological advances.
Yeah,
and maybe now it's just gone full circle, and it is just now going the opposite way of
which
east
is
to west,
which is what science fiction has been predicting. But now it's like, has it predicted it so much that it's forced itself?
Are we now just subconscious
into the zeitgeist? It's like, no, this is we're gonna have it happen now. Yeah. Look at Firefly. Look at Blade Runner.
Look at Demolition Man.
Exactly.
Look at After Yang. Look at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, just a thought.
I as opposed to Columbus, I just felt like this level of pretension with it. And it wasn't, and like the tea thing really bugged me for some reason until he had the conversation with Yang. Mm-hmm. But at that point, the movie became really interesting because of the dual scene shooting that they were doing.
Yeah.
Where you were getting this is how I interpret it, how they were remembering it versus and
how they were remembering it's kind of like fractured in a way. And then you're seeing his memories, which are very
like you're
point
seeing,
of view.
Yeah, it's like it felt very Black Mirror-y.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're remembering it how they remembered it, and then there's the actual evidence of what actually happened. And they overlap them at the same time, which I thought was just really cool. Confused the shit out of me at first.
It's hard. It's kind of a hard thing to digest.
Once they shift into that, you're like,
I should say.
You're like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, did I just like stroke out for a second? You know, like, why are they repeating themselves so much? And then you're like, oh, it's because we're doing like a memory fracture.
Well, not only like repeating themselves, but also it's like voiceover with no, it's like.
Or it's just like, Colin Farrell with the tea thing. He says it one way, just kind of seriously and very introspectively, and then the next one he's laughing while he's saying it. It's just like that.
Yeah, but it's like he's laughing, but it's just a shot of his face. You don't see him saying it.
No, you do.
I mean, there's a couple of I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I'm not remembering specifics, but it's like with those layers, it's whatever. Don't hurt yourself, kid.
Today, Junior.
It's like it has like him repeating the same line, but it goes from like you see him saying it to then it's like just a shot of him, a voice of him. It's just like him just looking at Yang, and then like back and forth because it's like it repeats itself a couple of times sometime. Yeah.
Well, I think
it's a really interesting way. Yeah, it's a really interesting way to juxtapose how memories are interpreted.
Well, it's like that's what I liked. I actually liked this negative review. Not like I picked it because there was a lot, but once I read it, I was like, yeah, that kind of feels like the point of the movie to give you questions and not really give you answers. And I think that's why maybe a lot of people didn't like casual viewers didn't like it.
Yeah, it's like what did I?
Because like that's the point. The point is about a lot of the theme of this movie is memory.
Yes. Well, and then it was also what do memories mean?
Yeah, what is the importance of them?
And so one of the big things I wrote was memories. Do memories create our personality and soul?
Yeah.
Because like a big thing that as humanity always questions like what is a soul? And I really think this movie kind of, without saying soul, really talks about, because that's like the memory bank of Yang is that is his soul, that is him, and you see that there's an inherent thing of, and did you get that maybe he had those old memories still after he'd been like,
yeah, that was the soul.
Yeah, but like no, that could he still access those like alpha memories, beta memories, gamma?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why he was so fascinated with the clone.
But
whether or not he was conscious of it.
No, that's what I mean. Was he remembering as Gamma Yang alpha stuff? Like actually like actively be like, oh, this clone looks like this girl that I knew.
No.
Or is it inherently in his memory banks where it's like, wow, just something draws me to this clone.
I get what I get that, and this, I'm not meaning this in a rude way, but I think the honest answer is it doesn't matter. Actually.
Okay. Why not?
Because if you're thinking about, there's this correlate, in this kind of world where there's this humanoid physical AI standing in front of you, and there's this like, well, they're not human. It's like, well, then if you looking back at what a human is, we are also just a computer with programming and synapses that are, but we're just an organic version.
Yeah, we're an organic computer as opposed to a mechanical.
Yeah, a mechanical computer. So it's the same thing. You and your day-to-day life are reacting to things and interacting with things with absolutely no memory of the exact moment.
The subconscious is that kicking off. Yeah.
So I don't think it really matters at the end of the day if he consciously remembers it. And I think that's one of those questions because, he asks the clone, did he ever mention it to you?
Yes,
and she's
exactly.
Like, no. And so is that a calculated thing from Yang?
From a robot?
Would this be scary, or is it a subconscious thing? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because the outcome was still the same of him being drawn to this person because of something from the past. Mm-hmm. And that is inherently human because that's how we react as well.
Yes.
So the only thing I don't get about real quick on that scene, why did she vanish?
I don't know either.
That is one question where I was like, was she never there?
And then I literally was expecting for Colin Farrell to just disappear behind one of those trees and just like it would keep moving and then he was gone. And then it's like, and now we're all just a memory in a tree.
Yeah, or like I thought she might pop back, like I don't know. Or like he was gonna turn around, she was looking, because I think at the end is he's going to the tree where the
from
the
Ada,
memorial.
the original, yeah. Yeah, no, I have no idea. I could not. I can't. That's literally. I forgot to make a note of it, but I got distracted. That is possibly, I think, one of the least attainable moments.
Yeah, to be like what happened there.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I got really uninterested just in this whole buildup of things, and I just kind of felt like, again, like it's now third time, I felt it was kind of pretentious, but it started winning me in once we got to the memory bank thing, because I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Like they had this like spyware. No, it was this experiment where they were going to try and see what makes, what stands out to them, like what really do they remember. And then once we started getting into the deep dive, I started really feeling it. And then when we got into the almost these reincarnation past life thing almost.
Yeah.
Which also very Eastern, like this idea of he was this entirely different person with a very long life, clearly, before. And that got me. I was like, this is really cool, like, and really sad. And like, would be a holy shit moment to Jake and whoever.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, that whole, like, especially seeing, when he unlocks, like, alpha memories, and he sees pretty much the way that he acted with his daughter, that Yang acted with May, or Micah, and then to this young boy child, and then to see boy child, and then to see then the clone, like the great grandmother of the clone, that it's like, and like make that connection of like, oh my god, that's why he was drawn to her. That
really confused me for a good minute.
When
we're seeing this past, and then there was her, and I was like, I forgot about the clone thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And conversation, I was like, huh? And then Jake was like, oh, so she was your original. And I went, oh, right, there's clones in this world, too. I forgot there's just...
I love the daughter, and it's like, he doesn't like clones, Dad.
Yeah, it's like this future version of Prejudice. Is
100%. I was like, this is awesome.
You fucking copy.
Yeah, exactly. So he doesn't like me because he's racist.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But yeah,
that was kind of they did do a really cool job of like a world building in a very vague way,
very subtle way, yeah,
which is nice.
I love that.
You don't need to have everything spoon fed to you. It's the future. They can make clones.
Yeah,
we can make clones now. Like,
yeah, and it's like, and it's a big thing of like audiences are now. There's so much media and so much knowledge all of it that if someone would be like, how did that work? Be like, just
pick one.
Yeah,
pick a clone movie.
They're Fast and Furious. They're going
Mickey
faster.
17. Mickey 17. Sixth Sense. Not Sixth Sense. Sixth Day.
Yeah.
Pick a clone movie, and there you go. That's how they do it. Like,
Multiplicity. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of it, it was just, I really felt like I didn't really care too much about Jake's journey anymore. As more, the movie just turned into a really big contemplation for me of like, what does it mean to exist? And like, because like, I love at the end of it when he's like, I don't want Yang in that museum, but I want them to study the memories because his existence is important and there is something that they can learn. And that moved me really, really hard. Because I've always, like we could pass away, but we're not gone until we're forgotten. You know?
Coco or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. And I think that's a really important message in this movie is about, what does it mean? What does it mean? And I don't want to say be human, but because, I feel like that's now becoming like, what does it mean to be conscious?
I just I have a hard time wrapping maybe not so much anymore because it is actually like happening, but I always had this thing about people and this AI thing and coming too dependent on it, and it's like, yeah, we do that with phones and, every big technological advancement is going to have that, thing, no matter from the 1900s now, let's just say there's always like a thing, like, well, these cars aren't going to take off, I don't trust aeroplanes and whatever.
Newspapers, what is this?
Yeah, and those are terrible examples, but you get
no, those are perfect examples.
You get my point.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't understand ever, like this, they get this assistant guy who they've had now since this little girl has been born, and he died.
Adopted.
Yeah, adopted, but she's a baby, ever since she started making memories, Yang has been there. And they kind of like don't seem to handle the whole him dying thing very well, because they still just treat him as like a piece of property technology, a computer basically, just as an AI assistant. And you're like, always like, wouldn't the sensitivity also evolve with this becoming so mainstream? And I feel like that's always something lost in these, where they still just have a, well, whatever. And they're like,
I think that's a difference between like, there's the, like, what would be a sympathizer and someone who, they talked about this in Robot and Frank. The daughter was like a robot sympathizer that was wanting for the robots to be free because they have some type of actual like consciousness.
Oh, that's true. Because I guess since you're ever only looking at like one person, you don't get the full spectrum, because
but the common collective is going to be Jake's perspective, right? And especially right now, in way that we perceive this technology is going to be, it's just a phone. Who cares? And then to grow that connection and understand that like, oh, this is a thing that's like learning and remembering, which in our actual reality, I think is a little bit more terrifying than actual, than anything else.
Yeah, but it's like, you've had that whole thing where people have been getting like really attached to like ChatGPT and that kind of thing. Alone and on drugs. We don't know what we're getting.
We need to check in. You're doing that tomorrow, right?
Human interaction. Hello. ChatGPT? No, it's Tommy. I'm waiting for a call.
I don't think it's a call, bud.
No, but it's like, I get that, there's that whole episode of Black Mirror too, where it was like that company that, for like a grieving process, like made an AI of your deceased one. Remember that one?
Nope.
So yeah,
I haven't watched a lot of Black Mirror, so.
Woman's husband dies, and then as like this thing, her friend's like, hey, there's this thing you can download, and it collects all of this info, creates an AI version, and then every time her phone dies, she panics because it's her husband dying again. It's this whole Black Mirror really likes to fuck with your head. Yeah. But I think that something like this is only slightly different because you have a physical human, he decomposes.
Yeah, right? They keep saying that. He's going to start decomposing.
Yeah,
like, how are you keeping him from not decomposing?
They put him in a simulator. I don't know what that means either, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sci-fi, pick one.
Like what?
Whatever. But it's like, well, no, this is a physical flesh look. And this isn't like Sonny and iRobot. This isn't like you look at it and
this is like
he's a robot.
Looks like this is flesh and blood.
This looks like he talks in the way he talks and the way he moves. He has a naivety of almost a child a little bit because of his programming. But I'm like, how is it that this man, let's just say thing, man, whatever, this entity,
this technosapien,
yes, this entity is living in your house for how old is she now? She's 7.
No, I think older.
8,
10.
Okay, let's just say 10 to put a thing on it.
Yeah.
This entity has been living in your house for 10 years, taking care of your child, and you have no emotional reaction to it other than, oh, we got to go get the computer fixed. I'm like, but that feels so weird to me.
It's an interesting thing. You bring that up, and I like that because you see this weird despondency that
he's got him over his shoulder. Like,
no. In Yang's memories, most of them they have no interaction with him.
No, it's just a little girl.
Exactly.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's weird to like
because it's a reflection still of how we would do it today.
Well, except for then what you said, the sympathizers, Ada. Ada is a sympathizer.
Yeah.
But because she's also not part of the ruling class.
Exactly. She's a clone.
When we're just speculating from what is being presented to us, but it does seem like that clones and
AI, technosapiens.
are second-class citizens in this future
If
world.
citizens, well, I mean, clones probably maybe second class depending on like your family or raised, what have you.
Yeah.
And then technosapiens probably not citizens at all.
But yeah, but I'm just saying, just for
Yeah.
like not trying to split hairs too much
Yeah.
about it, but it's just humans and everyone else, you know.
Yeah.
Which is also a very common
It's very common
sci-fi motif.
dystopic
and
thing, you know,
actually not even sci-fi. And
life very much today,
Yeah.
right now, existing. Apologize to your computer. Sorry.
no, but it's just like, you know, and it's like, again, I think that's something, next time I watch something like this, I need to kind of remind myself of that you're getting such an isolated look into this world because you are usually following 1-2 people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just, even then, let's say you as a father, you don't particularly have much of a feeling towards Yang because you're a robot. I don't really care. Your daughter clearly does. Maybe, just spitballing, don't pick him up and throw him over your shoulder lifeless and go, hey, let's go to school. Little couth. Like a little, like try and present it like would you do that with the dog?
No.
The family dog dies and you throw it over your shoulder and go, all right.
No, we wrap it in a blanket and we carry it into the trunk.
I don't know, something.
I've done that. But it's interesting. You bring this up a lot of like, you don't do like this character doing something, and it's not necessarily, it's like if in real life, 100%, that's what we should be doing. If you're not doing it, you're a maniac.
Yeah.
In a narrative sense, it's character building, and it makes more sense to see it in a film like this because it says something about his character. He doesn't see Yang this way, that way yet. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about, he's also makes a comment about the clones next door. He's like, his daughters are clones. Like, he already has this sensibility to him, and now we need to see him learn to care about it.
Yeah. No, that's the point of the movie.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's just crazy to me too, because it's like, it's just, okay, I don't know, it's like for your daughter's sake. But that's even the thing too, is that he just has this weird kind of removal from his entire family in a lot of ways. Like he
seems very removed because his tea shop isn't doing so well.
Oh, fuck you. Fucking tea shop.
He cares about his tea so much. He doesn't sell tea crystals.
But he does try them.
Yep.
I did like that. And there's like there's no commentary or anything about it. He just tries them.
He just tries it. He
like,
sits there like, fuck.
Like, and it's not even like a funny moment where he like spits it back out in the cup. He just drinks it and kind of looks at it and is just like, all right, well, it's not like, It's
interesting that's a good reflection on him and this movie. Is like, he is so trapped in this tradition and past way of what tea is, what tea means, what tea does, how to do tea, versus
it made me think of that fucking sushi documentary.
Oh yeah. Versus where the world is going is in this technological advancement with, people caring about the technosapiens, these clones and all of this stuff. It's like he's stuck in this past versus where he needs to go is embracing this future.
Well, yeah, but the one thing about that too that I always think about, and it's like obviously, because of the way just time works and the transfer over from one norm to the next to the, just how societies move and everything. It's also like, well, no matter what, there's always, vampire movies always talk about it. Like there's always going to be
like a new leader. Or,
no. Like there's always the blood synthetics, but someone's always going to pay more for the real thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's very human nature. It was kind of like when we went to go see the concert. I don't know why, because we were talking about AI and stuff. I was like, there might really become a point where you are going to really have AI bands and AI shows and stuff like that. But it's the sitting there and watching humans do it. Like when I had that synth moment where I was looking around for the synth player and you're like, no, he's doing that on the guitar. Blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because there's always going to be people that are, it's like that whole, Yoda the puppet versus Yoda the CG thing I always talk about. Humans can tell the difference between the real and the fake, whether consciously or subconsciously. And it's like, I just think that even though with his tea shop feeling, it's like there'd definitely be in this Eastern world that we're living in, there would be a market for real tea. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
You go to all the trouble to find the real plants and dry them out and get them all ready. Oh, you could charge up the ass for that.
Yeah.
There would be people that would be like, oh, I like the real thing. vinyl, the sound is just so much different. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, as humans throughout the decades, everyone goes and looks for that nostalgic. You know, even 20-year-olds now are like, yeah, vinyls just sound different. And they do. I hate to be that guy. They do.
No, vinyl sounds different. Cassette sounds different.
Yeah.
CD sounds different.
Like,
digital.
I have heard, like, the great examples. I have heard Tommy by The Who, vinyl, cassette, and the, Spotify or whatever. Vinyl, it's fucking slaps. The little popping and that whole, like, opera vibe to it. It's just a cool sound to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole T failing thing, I was just like, I kind of feel like people would, like, especially white people. Get the fuck out of here. Her being like, oh,
you don't have the tea crystals?
Yeah, I was like, I think it'd be opposite. I'd be like, oh, real plants, I don't know.
But it's,
It's all just, this is all just
Yeah.
unnecessary for a review, but we talking to the void, and whoever listens.
Well, I think we're reaching about an hour. We should wrap it up. What do you want to do for score?
What did we give?
I think we gave Clumps 4 or 5. Or did you give it a 4?
I didn't write it down. Whoopsies.
No fucking way.
I'll just listen to that end of the episode there and
I was thinking somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4.
3.5.
Yeah.
I feel 3.5.
I think, and I forgot to bring this up. Maybe I did at the beginning. One of the hardest things about this movie is to watch it is because
it's hard to watch.
All of the shots are so fucking dark.
And I get what they were trying to do, but this is one of those movies where it feels like it was made for a movie theater and they didn't go back.
I think in a movie theater it'd be impossible to see anything.
Why?
Because movie theaters are generally...
Did you turn off the lamp in the apartment?
No.
That helped a lot.
Did it really?
Know what else helped, actually? I turned off the subtitles.
Oh, that's fair.
Because the subtitles suddenly went white, and it was so dark that the white... I realized it made it hard to switch,
your eyes to
adjust to the two. So I did that, and it made it way easier. There was one scene, kind of like middle end, like 3/4 of the way through. No fucking idea what was happening. It was like it was one of those like still like 2
Oh, was it him going out the door?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything.
It was that
yeah,
door.
I couldn't see anything. I had no idea. And it was long enough where they were trying to get you to see some kind of movement or something, and I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was like the hardest thing. So yeah, I think honestly because of its light mixing, a 3.5.
It was crazy. And it's like I got what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it, calm and serenity. And again, this very easy, almost like...
Was there any music in this movie?
Yeah, very quiet, melancholy.
Yeah, it was very
theme,
Yeah.
But like, they were trying... I felt like they were trying to do is they were trying to give it this idea of almost being lit by like candlelight.
I could see that, yeah.
Very low tone, low wattage on all those bulbs. But it was really, really hard to see what was going on. But I say 3.5.
Yeah. And if you like introspective movies, I think this is one for you.
Yeah. It's very introspective. And the sci-fi thing,
It's funny is that it doesn't feel, I mean, I guess it's inherently sci-fi, but it's not like your traditional sci-fi. It's not Fifth Element sci-fi, action sci-fi or anything like that. It's very dramatic sci-fi.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Who we got next?
Who we got? Bruce Willis to Dev Patel.
Sure, yeah. I'm also Bruce Willis. Sad.
Is it official?
No, he's not. He just can't remember anything. Like
Well, I think the last I heard, his family was going to be donating his stuff to science and everything.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he is it's probably within
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted Turner.
Dead?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about this?
Ted Turner died?
Yeah.
Why are you so happy about it?
I'm just thinking about Captain Planet. Is that Ted Turner on a zipline? Yeah, I think that's Ted Turner on a zipline. Yeah. It's really sad and kind of funny that when I saw Ted Turner dead at 82, my first thought was a robot.
He was only 82?
Yeah, right.
I thought he was older.
Well, also it was Ted Turner on a zip line in the Robot Chicken and wrestling because he started WCW.
When we stayed over at the hotel, I just had Family Guy on in the background when we were doing stuff, and I just wanted to point out two things I thought were funny.
All right.
There's a scene where Peter is clearly, doesn't say it, but is clearly talking shit about Robot Chicken to Chris. fucking got me.
I think I know exactly which bit you're talking
I thought
about.
that was so funny. I thought it was so good.
They're like having a discussion about like modern television shows.
Yeah. And then like Chris is like, well, I think it's a good show. And then the other one was it was the Blue Harvest, the Star Wars spoof.
Okay.
And they're going through the cantina, and in the back is Coach McGurk from Home Video.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's just sitting there drinking a beer. I was like, why Coach McGurk? Like that's so
Just
random.
a really random, like
From
quiet, a sight gag that's like only. I mean, a lot of people probably catch.
No, yeah, but also from a much, like, I mean, I feel like they maybe came around at the same time, but Home Videos has been gone forever at this point when they made that. And it's not like John H. Benjamin is in Family Guy at any point, or
H. John Benjamin,
I always do that.
Well, I mean, then Brendan Smalls, who created it, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, why? Maybe they're friends, whatever. And then
What's your through line?
Did we discuss exactly what the through line was again? Yes, we did. At the top?
Yeah, we've been talking about what the through line is. Okay. You choose something from the previous movie so something from this movie inspires you to the next movie.
The next movie. So Jodie Turner-Smith inspired me to do the movie. What is it called again? Queen and Slim.
Oh, hell yeah.
That looks cool.
Yes. Okay. No, when I saw that, I was like, I read the synopsis, like, that sounds really interesting.
Well, and it's
and it was 2019 too, so it was.
I remember wanting to see it, and I just never got around to it.
And it's the guy from Get Out is the other one. Yeah,
is the male lead.
Mm-hmm.
Premise, I guess, is a black couple gets pulled over, end up killing the cop, and then it just turns into a fucking Bonnie and Clyde crime drama,
or maybe like that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. In the trailer, one of the other actors goes, "Oh, look who it is! The black Bonnie and Clyde."
Oh, okay.
So. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks.
She plays Queen, and he plays Slim. Yeah.
I remember that trailer and being like, "This looks fucking intense. It looks cool."
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that'll be my through line.
Cool. I like it.
It was gonna be a Colin Farrell movie because I just have been looking for an excuse to do those two movies.
Either Phone Booth or In Bruges.
Yeah, but I was like, I've seen those, so let's do. I like doing this haven't seen thing right now until we hit a wall.
And the only way I'll like choose something that I haven't seen is if I haven't seen it since I was very, very young.
Yeah. Cool. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook. All our promos are on there. You can find everything that we do. Like, subscribe, show your friends, play the game. Again, it was Bruce Willis and Dev Patel.
That'll be an interesting one.
That will be. I think that's everything.
All right.
And join us next week for Queen and Slim. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob. This is Tommy and Jacob's Mixtape.
Bye, y'all.